Hi guys, what's up? It's Julia and welcome back to my channel.
What do you want me to say?
Today I'm with Olivia. We are going to a SAG event for Abbott Elementary. Very, very, very exciting.
Very exciting.
I was telling her I went to an Abbott Elementary SAG event a year ago yesterday, which I think is just so funny.
That's wild.
Yeah, but we're at the Paramount lot. I haven't been here since pre-COVID. It's so pretty. Olivia's never been to a lot.
No, I have not. I'm excited to see what this is all about and everything.
Yeah.
So exciting.
And there's gonna be a reception. Hopefully some of the actors will go, I'm not sure.
Yes.
And then a talk back with the full main cast and one of the executive producers. It's very cool.
That's so cool.
We just arrived at Paramount. Say hello.
We're here.
How do you feel?
I'm excited. This is gonna be quite an experience.
First time on a lot.
Very first time with you of all people.
Look at the tree. It's so
so
pretty.
fun.
Oh my gosh.
This is gonna be fun.
I've never entered through here. I've always been curious to see like what's on the other side. So
Oh my gosh.
here we are. I love how they decorated too for the
I know,
holidays.
It's so pretty.
Android discrimination is one of the last acceptable forms of hate in this country. There was a pothole on 50th Street. I tried to warn you about it.
Yeah, well, I hid it because I couldn't read your stupid text. I just don't have time for this. Go back to the blue bubble.
That's how I
Life
feel.
is hard enough as it is. Now I got 2 classes worth of grades to finish and a tire to replace.
My heart is with Benito. Delicious. Qué rico, qué rico, qué rico.
Why don't we bring out our panelists right now? First up, one of the executive producers of Abbott Elementary, Patrick Schumacher. All right, next up, he's the mysterious Mr. Johnson, William Stanford Davis. The Illuminati is watching. Next up, he plays podcaster extraordinaire Jacob Hill, Chris Perfetti. The one and only Ava Coleman, Janelle James. Of course, he plays Gregory Eddy on the show, Tyler James Williams. Barbara Howard on the show, the legendary Cheryl Lee Rao. Don't cross Melissa Chimenti, it's Lisa Ann Walter. And finally, the executive producer and star of Abbott Elementary, Quinta Brunson. I feel like I'm introducing, this is your starting lineup for television's Abbott Elementary, everybody. Here for the team. Speaking of which, I carry this wherever I go. This is the issue of Variety from last year. With the one and only Quinta on the cover. Cheryl's inside as well. I mean, this was over a year ago now, but do you remember this moment? This is still sort of a pinch me moment for you?
Yeah, that was nuts because we had one, and I won an Emmy for writing that night, and and then you, no, Wait, that night. The photo was
Yeah,
taken
that night,
night. They popped up on the party. They broke in and...
Exactly. We forced you to take photos when you had just won an award, so thank you for that. And also Cheryl as well. By the way, this photo... Again, a queen, a legend.
And then the next morning, when we had to film the next morning, this man broke onto the Warner Brothers Live and did an interview first thing in the morning.
Yeah, first thing in the morning, and yeah, so thank you for that.
You're
but that was part of the entire experience, I'm sure.
Welcome. Yes.
I think one of the joys that I find with Jenny and Gregory is every time I get a script and it's not quite there, I know how much it's gonna mess with y'all. And that's kind of the best part, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, we'll give you a taste of it here of what could be, but no, and I think Quinta's right, that's what makes good TV.
No, absolutely. Well, I love, by the way, that we've got Cheryl and Lisa Ann next to each other, because you two, I mean, that is a show in itself.
In real life, too.
I mean, I love the two of you on the show, and of course also just as actors experiencing the success of the show right now and playing these characters who are seasoned vets in the classroom as well. And I'm sure the two of you probably hear the most from teachers out there in sort of showcasing what it's like to be veteran teachers, but still care, but still be a part of the classroom, still have these relationships. What's that been like in sort of seeing that, experience that, and also hearing from those fans, particularly those teachers?
Okay. It's amazing. We hear beautiful compliments about being a realistic representation of what they go through, and not just making people laugh, which obviously is important and it's what I love about what I do, but reflecting them in a way that respects who they are and what they give to this country. Yeah. And when they come up to me and say, they have feelings about everybody in the cast, feelings about Ava, and some of them really embrace it. They're like, no, that's real. That's real. I had 3 bosses like that. But they love it, and they talk specifically like these are members of their family, like it's like we're one of them, which is an entire level of compliment I've never been lucky enough to receive in this business. And I always say to them, I'll tell Quinta, because she made purposely the representation of teachers that you are given, and that was really important to her, along with the compliment of we watch with our whole family. Everybody in the family watches. I watch with my kids, with my grandkids. I watch with my mom. She gets mad if I watch it before I'm with her. And I always say, I'll tell Quinta. I don't always, because she's very busy. But it's just, I mean, for me, as a daughter of a public school teacher, it just means the world that people are feeling seen.
That's good.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Cheryl, how about you? And what you've been hearing beyond just that wardrobe that I know you've had to get used to.
They changed my shoes this year. My shoes are. Thank you, Quinta. Thank you. My shoes are actually quite nice to look at this season.
There was a heel.
A little one. Thank you.
I'll be the judge of that.
Now, the hair has not changed one bit. No. I see, thank you. You feel my pain. But
I feel like when you put that wig on, though, you become Barbara. There's something about that, the power.
Thank you. You're absolutely right. When I put on those pants with the elastic band, when I put on the shirt that buttons all the way up, and then when I top it off with the pearls, something just happens.
It's magic.
Yes, it's absolute magic. And I love it. And teachers identify with it. Last season, you would not believe the number of teachers that said, "Thank God you're wearing sensible shoes." And then they really identify with the hair. Students will write in and they'll say, we all have a teacher with that wig.
27-piece wig. They're specific.
You see?
Well, by the way, you mentioned that a lot of the people you hear from say that they know an Ava, and now I'm very concerned. Janelle, do you hear from people who say, you know what, I've worked for an Ava, or I've been with an Ava?
I mean, I hear that, and then very surprisingly, I am Ava. That I get actual principals who are like, you are me, and I wonder if they think that's a good thing.
Do they not watch the show?
I think they do, and they think that I am Ava, and so I'm going to be like, hey, bestie, but I'm like, nah. That's not,
right.
That shouldn't be
right, that's not
something you saying out loud to anyone. So, yeah. They exist, and they're out and proud.
That's concerns me about the state of our public school system. But Ava, at the same time, I mean, obviously she's very layered, and there are those moments where we get to see sort of the vulnerable side of her. Those are some of my favorite moments, honestly. Talk about how you've been exploring this character and where you hope to go as we learn more about Ava, and that she's more than just that one side.
I mean, that's one of my favorite things about her. She's not all one thing, and it's been a real, like the Janine and Tyler thing, a real slow reveal of what's behind her personality. And so it's been, for me personally, a stretch of my talents. I love that. And also, the more ramped up she goes in the other way, the bad way, it's also a challenge for me to how can I make this person that is saying and doing the most ridiculous things and still make people love her. Like, that's a skill into itself, and I enjoy it.
I know at least me and Tyler,
For sure,
after having so much time off, you do feel like a little rusty. You know the characters, but you kind of have to shake yourself back into Janine. You have to. It's a character, and I remember I did my first talking head, and I was like, I feel
that happened to me yesterday.
Exactly.
Right after yours, and I was like, oh, so today I'm trash.
Yeah.
Great.
And then we did our first group scene of the season, and it was like, oh, thank God! I needed this character to be around these other characters to feel what this feels like again, and. All of us were rusty, but I will go on record and say our very worst is still top tier. Because like I said, I'm always watching the show, so I was outside of the scene, listening to the scene take place in the room, and I was just like, I'm watching TV. The rhythm is there.
I definitely felt like I was acting like Ava.
Exactly.
Like how people do Ava to me is what I was doing.
On my talking head, I kept doing the same thing, and then I finally said to Randall, I feel like I'm in that place where you say a word so much that the word loses its meaning. Yeah. That's what I feel like this talking has, and it's meaningless. I don't know what I'm doing. And he was like, take it easy.
Yeah, we're an ensemble.
You're fine. But that we are an incredible repertory company. You're exactly right, Chris. It is like working in a repertory company that you've been with forever, and we all know each other's rhythms.
Recap on the night. How was your night? 0 to 10.
I literally am still in shock from everything that happened. Oh my gosh.
So much fun.
Easily a 10, if not more. If not more, sorry. I don't know, it was such an experience that I've been dying to have at some point, and it gave me all of the fulfillment I needed, I love this industry. It's so cool, and I want to keep exploring it. It's so much fun.
Yeah, it was really, really cool. The talkback was great.
Oh yeah.
So cool to see everyone. The show is just so funny. It's just nice to just laugh, you know?
And I mean, as like, being that I want to be a teacher at some point in my life, like, it is one of those things that was so realistic. It was so, like, I don't know, the way that they portrayed everything, it really does give an insight, and being a teacher's kid, it really did show that. I loved it. I thought it was absolutely amazing, and they all are, like, funny, the funniest people, like, ever.
Yeah, you can tell the cast has just great chemistry. And then the reception was so nice. Like, it was like a party.
Yeah, literally a party.
I don't think I've been to a SAG event that had the party afterward like that. It was,
Really?
There were food trucks and dancing, and it was so cool.
Just like tons of people, like, most amazing outfits, probably.
Yeah.
Very LA.
Oh, very LA outfits.
Very LA.
Everyone's like, everyone's vlogging, everyone's getting content.
I literally kept saying that to you. I was like, I can't get over the fact that everybody is just shooting content and like shooting content, taking things for Instagram. Like, we talked to some lady that like I recognize, and she like, I don't know, she just all of a sudden was like, oh my god, like, here, follow me, like, you guys want to follow me, like, I need to tag you guys. Like, it was the cutest thing ever.
It's almost weirder to not be filming yourself. People will give you a look if you're not like holding a vlog. I don't know, it's just so LA. It's so funny.
And like, no one thinks twice, whereas like anywhere else in the world, everyone's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, it's just
so fun.
It was so funny.
Anyway, it's now 9:13 and we just got to Sweet Green.
Oh, shocker!
Because here's the thing, when you're vegan and gluten-free, you can't eat at any of these events, and so you always have Sweet Green on, you know, on speed dial, and that's what you go
girl
to.
looks at me and goes, well, I don't even think I need the maps for this. I've been here so many times.
I know.
Sweet Green must sponsor.
Honestly,
at this point,
that would save my bank account. On that note, I'm gonna go enjoy my Sweet Green.
And I'm gonna hang out with her while she does.
Yes. This is going to be the end of today's vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you tomorrow.
Bye.